Young Sheldon has always been more than just a lighthearted prequel to The Big Bang Theory. It's a deep dive into the formative years of Sheldon Cooper and the family dynamics that shaped him. One of the most intriguing storylines in the final season of Young Sheldon revolves around Georgie Cooper and Mandy McAllister, who, despite their best efforts, seem destined for heartbreak. Though the couple has only been married for a handful of episodes, signs are already pointing to an inevitable downfall. Fans of The Big Bang Theory already know that Georgie has a failed marriage under his belt by the time he appears as an adult, and the cracks in his relationship with Mandy are beginning to show. Here's why Georgie and Mandy's marriage might not last the test of time. 1. Georgie's youth and a lack of life experience. One of the biggest obstacles in Georgie and Mandy's relationship is Georgie's age. At just 19 years old, Georgie is much younger than Mandy, who is in her mid-20s. This age gap doesn't just mean a difference in numbers. It signifies a difference in maturity, priorities, and life experiences. Mandy has already had time to establish her independence, make mistakes, and figure out what she wants in life. Georgie, on the other hand, is still in the process of growing up. Even though he has stepped up to be a responsible father to their daughter, Cece, the maturity gap between him and Mandy is evident in their interactions. Over time, Mandy may start feeling like she is more of a caretaker than an equal partner in their relationship. She may crave stability and emotional depth that Georgie simply isn't capable of providing yet. The strain of this imbalance could lead to resentment and, ultimately, the collapse of their marriage. 2. They were rushed into marriage. Another red flag in Georgie and Mandy's relationship is how quickly they were pushed into marriage. While it's clear that they love each other, their wedding wasn't necessarily a romantic decision. It was more of a practical move spurred by the pressures of their situation. The Coopers, particularly Mima and Mary, played a big role in encouraging Mandy to marry Georgie. Given the societal expectations of the time and the presence of their newborn daughter, marriage seemed like the right thing to do. But just because something is expected doesn't mean it's the best choice. A marriage that happens under pressure, rather than out of pure desire and mutual readiness, often struggles to survive. If Georgie and Mandy weren't truly ready for marriage, they might start to feel trapped in a relationship that doesn't feel natural. Over time, this pressure could take a toll on their bond, making it harder to sustain. 3. Their different goals and personalities. Georgie and Mandy have starkly different personalities and ambitions, which could create long-term compatibility issues. Georgie is a hustler. He's ambitious and eager to make money, often jumping from one business idea to another. His entrepreneurial spirit is commendable, but it also means he can be impulsive and unreliable at times. Mandy, on the other hand, is more grounded. She wants stability and security, especially now that she is a mother. While opposites can attract, they don't always make for a lasting marriage. If Mandy starts to feel like Georgie isn't providing the security she needs, or if Georgie feels like Mandy is holding him back from chasing his dreams, conflict is bound to arise. Additionally, Georgie's work ethic, while impressive, could become a problem if it leads to him spending long hours away from home. If Mandy starts feeling neglected or unsupported, their relationship could suffer irreparable damage. 4. Communication issues and emotional immaturity. Effective communication is the foundation of a strong marriage, and unfortunately, Georgie and Mandy don't always excel in this area. Georgie, despite his best efforts, still struggles with emotional maturity. While he deeply loves Mandy, he sometimes has difficulty expressing his emotions or handling serious conversations. Mandy, being older and more experienced, may find it frustrating to constantly be the one guiding their emotional interactions. This issue is further complicated by their differing approaches to conflict. Mandy tends to be more assertive, while Georgie, like many of the Cooper men, has a tendency to avoid confrontation or use humor as a defense mechanism. Over time, if they fail to address their problems directly, resentment could build up, making it harder for them to connect on a deeper level. 5. The shadow of The Big Bang Theory. Fans of The Big Bang Theory already know that Georgie has been married and divorced by the time we meet him as an adult. Though the show never explicitly states who his ex-wife is, it strongly implies that his first marriage ended in failure. Given that young Sheldon is a prequel, it's likely that Mandy is the wife he divorces. If the writers plan to stay consistent with The Big Bang Theory's continuity, then Georgie and Mandy's separation is almost inevitable. The real question isn't if they will break up, it's how and when. 6. Family pressures and external influences. Another major stressor on Georgie and Mandy's marriage is the influence of their families, particularly the Cooper family. The Coopers, while loving, have a history of meddling in relationships. Mary's overprotectiveness, Mima's bluntness, and George Sr.'s more hands-off approach all contribute to the pressure on Georgie and Mandy. While they have been supportive, their involvement could also lead to unnecessary strain on the young couple. Additionally, Mandy's parents weren't exactly thrilled about her relationship with Georgie at first. While they have somewhat warmed up to him, any lingering tension between Georgie and Mandy's family could add further complications to their marriage. 7. The reality of young parenthood. Becoming parents at a young age is incredibly difficult, and while Georgie and Mandy have done their best, the stress of raising a child could wear down their relationship. Balancing work, financial struggles, personal ambitions, and parenting is challenging for any couple, let alone one with an age and maturity gap. Mandy might eventually want more from life than what she currently has with Georgie, and Georgie might start feeling overwhelmed by his responsibilities. While they both love CC, love alone isn't always enough to sustain a marriage. If they don't find a way to grow together rather than apart, their relationship might not survive the long haul. Conclusion: a doomed marriage. At this point in young Sheldon, Georgie and Mandy's marriage is still fresh, and they are both doing their best to make it work. However, the signs of trouble are already there. From their rushed wedding to their differing goals and personalities, the cracks in their relationship could widen as the season progresses. While fans may hope for a happy ending, the continuity of The Big Bang Theory suggests that heartbreak is on the horizon. For now, all we can do is watch as their story unfolds, hoping against hope that they beat the odds, even if deep down, we already know the truth.